are you all doing? I hope you're doing really well. Here we are again. If we haven't met, my name is Channel. Welcome to my channel. You saw a video last week, but for me it's been 2 weeks without filming any new videos. I was on a trip. So here we are again. It's been a while since the last time I spoke in English, so I feel a little rusty. But yeah, here we are again. I've been thinking in what kind of videos I want to share here on my channel, and I decided that I want to share the kind of videos that I like the most watching on YouTube. So today I'm sharing my whole eyeshadow palette collection with you. I'm kind of nervous. I have a lot of palettes. I know that there are some people that have a bigger collection, but to me my collection is pretty big. I have more than 40 eyeshadows, so that's a lot. Little warning, I have a lot of Colourpop. I have a lot of W7 because when I was living in Scotland, I bought a lot of W7. I think those are the biggest brands in my collection, but I'm not sure. So let's start with this video. So here we are, we're at my desk right now. It's a glass desk, so I have a Maybelline poster down here, so we'll have her here with us. And let's start with my collection. I was thinking in sharing my palettes from the older to the newer, but my computer is frozen, so I'll share this in random order. And let's start with the older palette, just because I know this is the older, but I'm not sure the order after this one. This is the Be in Love With from Obsession. This is a brand from Makeup Revolution. This was the first palette that I bought in 2019. And this is the Guilty from my addiction to eyeshadow palettes. It's really neutral but really pretty. I really like this shade, but I haven't used it a lot. I'm thinking that maybe next year this might be my Bandit palette, but I'm not sure yet. I have other palettes that I would like to work on, so let's see. But this is the first one. Then we have Romance from W7. This is my current Bandit palette, and I won't show the inside because I'll be updating this one in a couple weeks, and I don't want to make any spoilers. Then we have the Revolution Iconic Divisions. This one, I think it is from 2019 too. Even if I won't share them from the older to the newer, I'll try to share them from the year I bought them. So all of these were bought in 2019. I really like this one for autumn. This is dupe for the AV8 subculture, I think it's called. So yeah. Still in 2019 and still AV8 dupe. This is the Seduce from W7. As you can see from the packaging, this is a dupe from what are you called? I cannot remember the original from AV8, but yeah, this is the palette. The shimmers are pretty nice, maybe not as nice as an original AV8. What is called this palette in there? Sultry, the Sultry palette. I have one pan. I think I'm pretty close to hit pan on this one. Yeah. Still the same brand as I said in the introduction. In 2019, when I was living in Scotland for a semester, I bought a lot of W7. This is Life's a Peach. It's a complete matte palette, and it looks like this. The lighting is a little weird because it's cloudy outside. It was raining this morning. Moving on, I think this is my last W7 palette. It's the Delicious, again a dupe from AV8 from the Modern Renaissance, and this is the palette. I like it, but I don't know why I haven't used it. I lied, I have another W7 palette. This is Enchanted. This one is also a dupe from Soul Blooming, I think, from Nabla. I've been using this one a lot because in Instagram I'm trying to hit pan on half of this palette, but I'm not doing that well, or not well at all. But yeah, this is my last W7 palette. Moving away from W7, we have this palette. This is the Chocolate Orange from I Love Revolution, another brand from Revolution Makeup, and this one looks like this. I used to really like this palette from everyday makeup, like to go into school and stuff, but I haven't used it in a while. This is another palette that maybe I will pan for the Panda palette from next year, but I'm not sure yet. Still in 2019 we have again Revolution, the Sofx Extra Spice palette. This one I really like. I really like the shimmers, most of them. The only one that I don't like that much is this one because it's kind of sheer. I don't know. Doesn't look that bad. Then we have my first Beauty Creations palette, Disney, still in 2019. This one wasn't that known a while ago, but now I've been hearing a lot more about this. And it's pretty easy to get this brand on my country, and this was my first one. I really like this one, but again, usually I use this one for an everyday makeup when I was going to school, but now with the pandemic I haven't been able to go physically to school, so I haven't used it that much. This one is another one that I would like to pan next year, but we'll see. Still in 2019, we have Salud Paris from Essence. This one, I'm not sure. This one is in my shopping blog. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it, but it's a nice palette. I don't like the fact that these two colors are basically the same. I don't know why they put two of them. I like these three. I really like this one too, but that's the problem. I have things similar to these shades in other palettes, but I've been having a rough time letting this one go. And I think this is the last palette that I bought in 2019. Looks like this. It's a huge palette, it has 35 I think shades, and it's huge. I was really excited about this one. It was the most colorful palette that I have at that moment, but now I don't feel like it has something special to it. But I don't want to declutter this one because even if I don't use it, I really like it, and I hope that I'll get more use out of it the rest of the year. Moving on to palettes that I got in 2020. There's a lot of palettes that I bought that year. We have Alicia from Beauty Creations, and this one look like this. It's a really colorful palette. This was my first true colorful palette, and I really like it. I have used it a lot. I don't have any pans, but I have used it a lot, really. Let's keep going with my bigger palettes. This one is La Vie. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry, I don't speak French. I only speak English and Espanol. So yeah, this one is from Brut Cosmetics and look like this. This palette has some really nice shades. I really like this one, this over here. Oh, these two are beautiful. But I don't use it too much because it's a really warm palette. I feel like this color and this one turn out in the eyes really warm, kind of reddish, so I'm not a fan of that. So yeah, this is C'est la vie. Then we have C'est Fantastique. How do you pronounce that? This one, oops, looks like this. I've been working in this shade to hit pan on it, but not there yet. The same with this one, but I'm even farther away with this one. And I really like this palette. You can dupe the Masquerade palette from the Juvia's Place with some of these colors. I thought about buying the Masquerade, but then I realized I have this one and I don't need the other one. And we have from Brut Cosmetics too, the City of Neon Lights. This palette looks like this. This is a really nice palette, but it's kind of intimidating to me. It's really bright, but it has some colors that I really love. This was the color I was using on my first video. I really like this lilac. This pink is really nice too, so yeah, I like this one. Here we have a purchase that I regret. This was for my birthday and I realized that I didn't have almost any glitters, so I decided to buy a palette full of glitters. That was not a smart move because there's a reason why I didn't have glitters. It's because I don't use glitters. I try to use them on my nails. I'm using right now this one in this finger, but yeah, wasn't a smart move. I was able to hit mine on this one anyway. I don't use glitters enough to have a full palette of glitters. I think this is my last huge palette. This one is the Root Awakening. This was a gift from my boyfriend last Christmas, and it looks like this. It's really neutral but pretty. I haven't used it that much, basically because these kind of colors I prefer in autumn and winter, and we're still in summer here. I forgot to mention this one. This one was a gift in the Christmas of 2019. It was gifted by my sister, and it looks like this one. It's on my project, using my eyeshadow palettes project pan, but I haven't used it yet, so it's basically brand new. I think that after this one, all we have is Colourpop. You saw this one too in that project, using my eyeshadow palettes project. That's a long name for a project, but this one looks like this. Since I put this one on the project, I have used it 4 times, I think, so it has some usage on it. But yeah, I still need to use it 16 times to roll it out. And let's start with my Colourpop craziness. Here's we have Main Squeeze by Colourpop. All of these palettes from Colourpop were bought in 2020. This is a monochromatic red palette. I don't use reds that much, so this palette was not the best idea, but I bought the bundle with 6 of their monochromatics palette, so I got this one. I thought I was going to use it because I thought I like reds eyeshadows, but now it's not the color that I enjoy the most. So we have this one. It's My Pleasure. This one I really like because I really like purple eyeshadows, and it has such nice colors. I really like Kitten Fish, Earthshine, Fanfiction, Mr. Sandman. Maybe my favorites are these 3, but I really like this one. I have a tendency to drop my Colourpop palettes and they're kind of fragile, so this one was broken, I have to repress it, and this one was a little shattered. Also in the bundle I get the Orange You Glad. This one looks like this. I have worked in Tangerine Dreams, but then again I dropped this palette. This eyeshadow was broken and I have to repress it, so it looks kind of brand new. Also, this palette has a glitter and I really don't like this glitter. Still in the bundle I get the Aha Honey. This one looks like this. And guess what? I dropped it. I broke this one. Also has a glitter. I don't like glitters, but I like this one on my nails. Let's try to finish with the monochromatics first. This one is Blue Moon. This is the blue palette, and it looks like this. What the hell is that? Blue is one of my favorite colors, but I'm not a fan of blue eyeshadows, so again, maybe this was not the best purchase, but it's so pretty to look at. Finally, in the monochromatic bundle, we have Just My Luck, the green palette, that it looks like this. Again, I don't use greens that often on my eyes, but I really like this palette. Moving on, this is going to be a long video. I like to keep my newer Colourpop palettes in their boxes. We have the Making Maps here, and this one looks like this. Kind of brand new, but I really like it. The metallics on this one are kind of glitter, not like pressed glitter, but not a metallic shadow really. It's like ultra glitter formula, I think they're calling Colourpop. They're pretty, but not as wearable for me, but I really like this one. Then we have Going Coconuts. I really like this palette for a while. Now I'm kind of tired of it, but this one looks like this. It's a really nice neutral palette, and this shade has a really nice shine. It's a brown but has like purple sparkles. We're almost done with 2020. Now we have Baby Got Bit from Colourpop. And this one looks like this. I'm working on this on a project on Instagram. If you want to check that out, you have my Instagram handle in the description box. But yeah, also a really nice palette, has a glitter, don't love that. But this is also kind of almost brand new. Shame on me, I know. We have 2 more Colourpop palettes for 2020, and then we have a couple more in 2021, but we have only 2 more for this year, 2020, and we have Nude Mood, also brand new. I think I have used, no, what did I use? I think I have used this one once, and that's all. I think you'll see this palette in the first update for the using my eyeshadow palettes project, because I really want to focus on this one and get more use out of it, because I'm tempted on buying the Wild Child palette from Colourpop, and maybe this one is similar enough. And last for 2020 we have Blush Crush, and this one looks like this. I really like this palette. I can say that I have used this one a couple times, definitely more times than the rest of my Colourpop palettes or my newer Colourpop palettes, because this one is perfect for me for summer and spring. Sorry if my voice is a little weird, but I feel like I've been talking for hours, but we're getting close to finish this because we're now in 2021. I cannot open this one. There we go. We have Cloud Spoon from Colourpop again. Is anyone surprised? This one is also brand new. The good news is that I haven't dropped this one yet. I feel like this for me is my perfect pink palette, and I really like pinks, so I want to use it. But again, these colors for me are kind of for summer, for spring. Now we're going into fall, so I don't know what's going to happen with this palette. Maybe I won't use it until September. I hope not. Moving away from Colourpop, we have 9 Moons from Glam Factor. I have no idea from what country is this palette, but this one looks like this. And again, I haven't used it at all. I have just watched it a couple times, but that's all. I'm roasting myself here. Then we have my only high-end palette, the Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions. This one looked like this, and I got this one in a BoxyCharm. It looks brand new, but I have used it once. That's something, right? Back to Glam Factor, we have Mercury Retrograde. Again, no, I have used this one once. So again, that's something. We have a new brand, we have Hip Dot, and this is the Zion palette, or however you pronounce that. This is also a really nice palette, or it looks like that at least, because again, this one is brand new. Then we have my last 2 Colourpop palettes. Sadly not my last palettes at all, but the last Colourpop ones. This is the, oh, I'm going to kill French. I have no idea how to pronounce this one, but I have this palette, you can read it. And this one looks like this. And guess what? Brand new. I have used this one, but only once. So this one is brand new, but again, these kind of colors for me are autumn or winter. Then my last Colourpop palettes, the Ménage à Moi, I think it's called. And this one looks like this. Also again, brand new, but I think I have used this one, maybe. But again, the same with the last one. This one for me is a wintry palette, so now I hope I'll use it in the winter months. Now we have my Juvia's Place palettes. This is the Magic Mini. This one looks like this, and I have a palette bingo with this one. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave the link on the description. And I have used these ones only once, only for that video, but to be fair, shortly after filming that video, I traveled with only 2 palettes and I didn't travel with this one, so I haven't had the chance to use it. We're closer to the end, I promise. Then we have the Warrior from Juvia's Place, and this one looks like this. Looks brand new, but it's not brand new because I have used it once. It's not a lot, but it's something. Back again with Glam Factor, we have Lilith. This one again is using my eyeshadow palettes project, and I haven't used it at all yet, so this one is also brand new. But I should be using it in the next few days, few weeks, and get more use out of this one. We only have 3 palettes left. We have the New England, I think it's called, let me see. Yeah, the Editor Palette New England from Ciaté. And this one looks like this. I have used this one quite a bit because it's in a project that I'm doing on Instagram. And I really like this one, but it's mostly Timbers, so it's not the easier palette to use. But it's a nice palette, I like it. And finally, we have only 2 left. We have the Zodiac by V8, and this one looks like this. I bought this one recently, well, in December, even if this palette is from 2017 maybe, because it was on sale, it was half price, and I was tempted. And also I bought, lastly, the Zodiac Club Signs, that looks like this. These 2 are older palettes, but I really like the colors. I haven't used any of this yet, basically because I received them 2 days before leaving for my trip, but I really want to use these ones. I really want to try it. I have swatched most of the colors and they look so pretty. The Baked Timbers, oof. I really want to try this one. I really want to play with it, and probably you'll see a couple looks with it on my Instagram. So that's all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Whew. That was a lot. Thank you so much for watching. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I hope I'll see you on the next one. Bye!